are to bring into the ark 2 of all living creatures, male and female, to keep them alive with you. 2 of every kind of bird, every kind of animal, and every kind of creature that moves along the ground will come to you and be kept alive.
I get goosebumps every time I hear that.
We're glad that you have been able to join us today as we go in search of Noah's Ark. Today we'll be learning about Noah's Ark,
Ecclesiastes,
and many other subjects which have already been decided. Come and embark on our journey today with us. First, we will begin with Noah's Ark. In order to understand the location of Noah's Ark, first we must understand the story of Noah's Ark.
The story begins with God's dissatisfaction with the world he had created. The Bible tells us that God looked upon the world's corruption and violence, and because of man's sinful ways, he vowed to destroy the earth and all those in it. But there was still no sign of rain, and the townspeople mocked Noah. They laughed at the old man who had built a giant boat that had no rudder, no oars, no sails. Days passed, and there was still no sign of rain. The crowd of townspeople was growing, and they began to speculate how long Noah would stay cooped up in his ark before abandoning his belief in a flood. The rain began. It fell gently at first, and the townspeople laughed. The story of Noah, according to the Bible. Is it true? Could the ark have been built so that it would stay afloat for 13 months? Would it have been big enough to carry all those animals? Was the earth actually covered with water? And finally, since the wood of the ark was soaked with pitch, wouldn't there be some evidence still in existence in the area known as Ararat? Well, those are valid questions. And in the search for Noah's Ark, they are the questions that must be examined. We can start here in this geology lab as we examine the evidence for the historic possibilities of a universal flood. A global flood would have had to deposit huge amounts of sedimentation throughout the world. It has been estimated that over 75% of the surface of the globe is sedimentary in nature. The United States has immense sedimentary deposits located in California, but burial are usually indications of a flood. A fossil graveyard, which is today a tourist attraction in Lincoln, Wyoming, is another example of a deposit containing a variety of odd remains. Alligators, palm leaves, birds, deep-sea fish, turtles, mammals, and many types of insects. Probably one of the greatest finds indicating a universal flood are the lignite deposits in Germany, where scientists have determined that a mixture of plants, animals, and even insects from all climatic areas of the world are buried in one common mass grave. In 1929 of mud, Woolley found traces of another civilization, ruins of human dwellings, the presence of life. This discovery proves that for a time in this area, life was absent and floodwaters were present. Further...
Hello, we are back.
Well, Dave, I can see how they could find proof of the Ark when they had, they found the sediments in Turkey. But what do they have to show us here in Colorado?
Well, as a matter of fact, my dad had a piece of the earth right here in Colorado. A sediment straight cut out of the earth, cut and placed in our own living room. And it's this wall that you can see right behind it. If you take a look, let's go back here and see what we got. Looks like there's a, what's it, that's a pig there in the sediments, and a, cheetah and a pterodactyl. Oh my God. Oh, and an alligator and a leaf from a tropical rainforest. Those have all been in the position in the same place in the sediments. That proves it right there that the flood must have walked all this stuff together.
Builders have discovered that the Ark's length to breadth equals a ratio of 6 to 1, meaning it would be a slow-moving vessel, but one of the most stable vessels ever built. So stable, in fact, that the U.S. battleship Oregon, built around the turn of the century, was designed with the exact same ratio. The Ark design ratio also means greater capacity, greater safety in operation, and always calls for a smaller crew. Dr. Henry Morris, a former professor of hydraulic engineering, has done a great deal of work in connection with the Ark of Noah. We spoke with him in his office. Dr. Morris, we've been studying the design of the Ark with an eye to its seaworthiness and its stability, generally found on the ocean. The Ark was deemed not only seaworthy, but exceptionally stable. Then the test tank duplicated waves equivalent to 200-foot tidal waves, waves far larger than the Ark would have experienced during the flood. Again, the Ark was not only seaworthy, but extraordinarily stable. Like the giant ships of today, the Ark's low center of gravity gave it a tremendous stability. The deeper it sank into the water because of its heavy cargo, the more stable it became. It had no rudder, no sails, no oars. Remember, the Ark wasn't meant to go anyplace. It was simply meant to float, and float it did. Some 900 miles to Mount Ararat in 150 days, according to scholars who suspect that it was built that far away, on the banks of the Tigris River.
You know, that Ark swaying the way it did, I really don't believe that it could stay up and go at a 90-degree angle, as they say. What do you say? I mean, I'd really like to see that for myself.
Well, my dad just finished specially designing an Ark testing tank in the bathroom. What do you say we give her a try?
That would be good. That would really reassure me.
All right.
It's in here?
Yeah, specially designed right down this way. Oh, sweet. Dude, I cannot even believe. Oh, this is incredible.
What should we use for an Ark?
Looks like we've already got a specially created Ark. Hey, as a matter of fact, this is perfect and realistic design. But the exact same dimension. All we need is Noah.
Where is he?
Oh, wait, here he comes. I can see him. I think he's gonna board the Ark.
Hey, Noah, all right.
Hey, Noah. Oh, there he goes. Hey, Noah, on the Ark. All right, check that out. Oh, well, looks like he's gonna go for a little swim there.
And seeing as it was really dark out,
Wait a second. It's not realistic. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Oh, wait till the waves kick on. Oh, lightning, no! No! Oh, no! Oh, I guess it was the Pterozoid proved you wrong. It actually did occur, and it shows right there.
I guess. I don't know.
What? Oh, what the hell? that was so cheap. I cannot believe it. Come on, John. Come on. Come on. We're glad that you've been able to join